All right, you're listening to The Last Door on the Left, the heavy metal podcast for Kingman, Arizona, and surrounding states. I'm Eric.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
All right, and those are the dudes from Gheara, and we wanted to interview them today and see what made them want to play music and do the stuff that they do. So, I guess I'll start with Josh. What made you want to play drums, man?
Well, to be honest with you, I always kind of just had an urge to kind of play drums. Just to kind of bang on stuff kind of always appealed to me. And it wasn't until a few years after I got my first snare and cymbals that I actually got my full set and kind of realized how hard everything was. But you just got to keep it up and keep on pushing on, you know. And it's a lot of the music you listen to out there keeps you influenced and keeps you motivated. So as far as what got me started and interested in it, though, just certain songs off of the radio and whatnot, you know, like Alice in Chains and Metallica, you know, even older stuff kind of like Alice Cooper. But yeah, drums have kind of just always stuck out to me out of any music I've listened to.
So yeah, you can't have any song without drums, that's for sure, man. So you always been into metal or like softer, like you said, Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper's badass. So
well, I'd say metal definitely got me into music overall. Like, it got me into, like, I don't know how else to say it, but, and then I grew appreciations for other genres of music, but Iron Maiden's really what started it all for me, and then kind of just branched off from there. But, you know, Metallica was always there on the radio. They were always there playing stuff, cool stuff on the radio, like One and Master of Puppets. I mean, you can't deny that stuff, and no matter how many times you hear it, and all the great new stuff that has come out over the years is just great too.
Yeah. So when did you? How old were you when you started playing drums?
Oh man,
Weren't you like 10 or something?
Ugh.
I think I was like 13, so he must have been 10.
Yeah, I would say at least 10.
I had
Yeah.
a snare.
I just started out with my grandpa, who was a music teacher, brought me a hi-hat and a snare, and I think his philosophy is everybody should learn an instrument, which I kind of am inclined to agree with.
Right.
It's helped me with a lot of stuff in life, but yeah, he gave me a snare and a hi-hat and 2 crashes and said make some noise, and I did. Even though nobody else kind of agreed with that, he always kind of motivated me, and then the more better I got, I think the more people motivated me. But it's still loud and still kind of bothers a lot of people, so it helps to have people around that enjoy listening to it.
Right. So, how many times have you seen Iron Maiden?
3 times. The first time was in Inglewood. No, the first time was in Irvine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Second time was in Inglewood. Third time was in Vegas.
Oh, we've seen him in Phoenix too, bro.
Oh yeah, and then we saw him in Phoenix. Yeah, we saw him in Phoenix with Dream Theater, and
Dream
that was
Theater.
the last tour Portnoy did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was really cool. I was really really blessed to see that show with Mike Portnoy. That was cool, man.
Right.
That was the only show I ever cried at, actually, when Iron Maiden played Dance of Death. One of my favorite Iron Maiden songs ever. They played that, and I teared up, man. It was a concert moment for me.
Oh yeah. All right, Jake.
Yo. I don't know, like what he said, Grandpa brought the stuff, and so we started jamming. And I still have it. You guys remember when I ever built that Gibson Sonics?
Oh yeah.
That was my first
cool,
guitar.
man.
Thing weighs like 30 pounds. It's awful. But then, yeah, he was always into the Iron Maiden once we discovered them, and then I went the Megadeth route. And was constantly chasing Dave, man. The band we've seen the most, probably uncountable, at least 15 times now.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's crazy.
Oh,
A lot of
It's
people don't
ridiculous.
even believe us,
No,
but it's true.
It's true.
It's sickening how much money we've given Dave Mustaine over the years. It just not only the concerts we've seen, but the amount of merchandise we bought from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I seen him with you guys.
Yeah,
back
probably.
in
Right.
2012.
Yeah,
a
and
couple
we-
times.
The Rust in
You know.
Peace. That was sick,
Oh yeah,
man.
that was an awesome tour. Hell yeah.
We try to pop a lot of people's cherries with Megadeth.
Yeah.
It was worth it, man.
You
It's
can't
sick.
beat Dave.
Yeah.
You can't beat Mega Dave, man.
I went and saw him for the first time finally.
Yeah, we seen Jake there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
That's right.
And I think that was when I just got back from Washington, right?
I think
And
so.
I had just seen Megadeth with the Scorpions
Yeah.
in Washington.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
2 days
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I almost fought a dude because he didn't believe me when I'd seen Megadeth like 12 times. He's like, yeah, right. I'm like, you don't even know, bro.
Odds are of Megadeth rolling through the area, we're probably going to go see him, or at least try to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, dude, it's just always been a group effort between me and Josh, and everybody's come and gone. You guys have played with us before, you know, just driving the scene with the gear
Yeah.
element now. That's what it is.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Keep thrashing.
Yeah. So when did you guys start Gheara?
Officially?
When it was actually you that came up with the name.
I
so
came
I'm
up
not-
with all the
I'm not
names.
certain. Yes, this is true.
That was the first name was Cryptic Decay, right?
Cryptic Decay.
And actually, a gal from high school gave me that name, so she was a pretty cool chick. But Cryptic Decay, and then it was something else for a minute, like
You were in a whole bunch of
Yeah.
bands back then, dude. Like Nuke the Whales.
yeah, Nuke the Whales. That's true.
Uh,
Nick Wolski and Nick Lombardo. It was the Nick band, the Nick band, and me. Nuke the Whales. That's funny. And then no, Gheara just, I don't know. It was when Google Translate just came out, and so I was like looking for, and that's why this is like it confuses people because I was just looking for weird translations for Fang because our last name's Fangmeyer, right? And so Google translated that into Romanian, and it was Gheara. If you do it now, I think it comes up like claw or something. I don't know, maybe an inflection or something, but it doesn't matter. It's just stuck now, so
I think it sounds badass.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, short and sweet.
Different, yeah.
Short and sweet, and hard for people to pronounce when they see it. So
Right.
why not? Dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I don't know how many years ago it was when you actually came up with the name.
Oh, it was high school, so at least probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago. How old are we now, Mike?
Yeah, dude, right?
But
Yeah, and high school just keeps getting farther and farther away, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Gheara name's been around for a solid 10, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, some people have been there the whole time. You've been there for at least 8 of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the garage shows and
Yeah.
backyard shows and
Yeah.
stuff.
You guys have definitely supported the effort over the years, for sure.
Oh, yeah, it's been fun.
In more than one
Shows.
way.
Yeah, for sure.
I just remember getting all crazy with you guys, man.
Yeah.
All the time, dude.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
time.
Party time.
It was
Crazy.
bad.
Yeah, we partied
It was hard.
almost every night there for a while,
Yes.
man.
Yes. 2 30-packs a night, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are gonna hear that on the Pat podcast and be 230 packs. Wuss.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's each.
These guys are
That's
metal.
each, yeah.
These guys are metal. They're supposed to be drinking 230 packs of whiskey.
Yeah, right. No, man, I remember that's what it was about. We'd go and get the designer beer or whatever, the crazy craft beer. We'd spend like $80 every week on that, and then it would just be bulk Coors Light.
Right.
Crazy.
I don't remember much. Do you guys?
It was fun.
I don't for sure, man.
A lot of yelling.
Yeah.
A lot of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Lamb of God.
A lot of Lamb of God.
Yeah, that was
Right.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was cool though. Good times.
A lot of barbecuing.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I still think about us butchering that first smoked meat we did.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that? We didn't soak the chips or nothing. We just lit this shit on fire. And
It was all smoky.
yeah, it was brutal. We ate it though. We didn't care.
Yeah.
We were drunk.
If you took the skin off the chicken,
Yeah.
the inside was pretty good, but the skin was,
It was brutal.
yeah. Yeah, I've definitely gotten better at smoking since then.
More ways than one. Ah. Jeez. Jeez.
So what are you guys working on right now?
The same shit we've been working on since the Gheara days been freaking announced.
Yeah, but it's about ready, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Final touches, huh?
We're in the same place as another great band here in town. If nobody's heard of them, you guys already gave them a shout out. Oppressor God. We're recording out of the same place they are. Man, those guys, oh man, they kill. And I'm not. Yeah, you have to see them to understand that right there. I'm sure everybody here would agree. They kill, man.
Just aggression.
Yeah,
Total aggression.
They definitely create an energy. That's for sure.
And it's like you were talking about with influences earlier. Kevin, the drummer from that band, it's just the most brutal music ever. And then you talk to the guy, possibly the nicest guy you could ever meet, and he's just one of the best drummers I've met in my life. And he could teach anybody just from watching him, man. Great. All those guys in the band are really talented. Every single one of them. Shout out to those guys really quick.
Except for Ty. No, that's just a Ty shout out. He knows.
Yeah.
We love Ty.
Those guys have helped they've helped us too, and they continue to help us, and so we appreciate it.
But yeah, so we're all kind of stuck. We're in the middle of Vokes. Everything else is done. We got Vokes and some finishing stuff. It's a process, man. It's a process.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. People don't realize. They're just like, yeah, you just sit down and do it, blah, blah, blah. Well, when this guy that we're doing it through actually mic'd up Josh's kit, and it's our first time doing an acoustic recording with the drum kit, which is it's just so brutal. It's good, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's really good.
Because I remember when I was with you guys, you did it off that electric kit.
Yes.
Chris.
Don't
Freaking battle, man.
Don't freaking battle.
Electric kits and metal, not always the easiest thing to do. People do it, but man.
Well, if you have the money to put into it,
Yeah.
by all means. But the kit I had, little cheap DT Explorer
Yeah.
from, I don't know, 2010.
Yeah.
That's like what we're running.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
running Elise's Nitro.
Yeah, buddy.
into a Tascam that burns CD.
But hey, that works.
It works.
Hey, but hey, we almost got it to work, but it's such a hassle. It really is. It's just really easy to do it to the acoustic, if you ask me.
Right.
Yes. And just listen to the sound guy and use the damn metronome.
It's true. It's true, dude. Yeah, it's true.
Hard lesson learned.
Yep. The drummer said it. I said it. Use the click track.
Yeah, then we got a bunch of shows coming up. A lot of it's thrown down to us from OG and Souls. Well, tomorrow it's the Souls Compound Break-In. You guys going?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it out
Yeah,
there.
I'm gonna try to make it out there.
Good.
Yeah.
It should be a good time. Big old birthday bash for a bunch of people.
Another shout out to Danny and the Souls boys. Martin. They rock.
Hell yeah.
Thanks
It
for
looks
keeping
like,
us in the loop.
Brace for Impact's gonna be there also.
Yes.
Yeah. TJ. The
Collaborated
man.
Chaos.
Collaborated.
Yeah,
It's coming.
collaborated. They're cool, man.
They're out of Bullhead, right?
Yeah, they're out of Bullhead.
Yeah,
I've
I've seen them once or twice.
They know
You
how to
haven't
keep
heard
it
of them?
real.
They have the chick drummer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good, man.
Yeah.
She's good.
And then Shriven.
Shriven.
Oh, those guys are crazy. If you guys haven't heard of them yet, catch one of their shows for sure.
Oh yeah, tomorrow starts at 5.
Yeah, we're gonna be ripping it up at Danny's all night. Should be good.
BYOB.
BYOB. You need a ride, hit someone up.
Hell yeah, don't be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Here, here.
Other than that, just a bunch more shows going on, recording.
Yeah, constantly trying to write new stuff is a battle. It's not really a battle. The material's there, but what order to put it in?
Right.
But you just gotta keep it up. It's just you can't overthink things. We're starting to figure that out. We got Joey for that.
Yeah.
If we want a hard song, we'll just let him show us a song.
Yeah.
But as far as we go, we're trying to kind of simplify things now.
And Joey's crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Young blood.
There's like I said, definitely no shortage of material.
Right.
But
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have him on here at some point.
Yeah.
for sure, yeah, and he's filling in for a few shows he's playing bass for Oppressor God. He's playing in Vegas.
Flagstaff?
Flagstaff.
They're opening for Vial of
Vale and
Vale
Nath.
and Nath.
Yeah,
in
kick-ass.
Vegas. That's going to be a killer show. Our bass player is going to be playing for OG there.
Yeah, you guys are going to that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I plan to.
Yeah,
It's
I'll be
next
there.
weekend, right?
Yeah,
It's
next
a week
weekend.
from tomorrow.
So,
I'll probably
so
catch a
dude,
ride.
I can catch a ride with you,
Yeah,
dude.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
If you need tickets, hit up Dalton.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Just do a ticket giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Ticket giveaway for the podcast.
Yeah.
Share it so many times, get a ticket.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Dalton, we'll probably have him on next too, because he's good. He said he's
For
gonna
sure.
bring some song clips of their new stuff they're
Oh,
recording
really?
too,
He's got
so he can
some.
throw it in.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to hear it, man.
Get some
We
sneak
all
peeks. If
are,
you guys
dude.
got some,
Just shoot it on over to Mike.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what I can find.
not to put you on the spot like
Well,
that.
yeah, well, no,
Hey,
we
there's a
gotta-
drum kit in there, Josh.
Yeah. Let's just go in there really quick. But no, we have to hit up Dylan first and let him know and all that. That's who Dalton got his sound clips from, I'm sure. Well, actually, Dalton, he's actually pretty good at mixing his own stuff at first and getting it pretty locked down. But yeah, that dude's crazy on guitar. he's just crazy all around. That he writes. I'm pretty certain he writes most of the, if not all, the material for
Yes.
Oppressor God and that stuff. I love that stuff. I
Wow.
love Oppressor God,
And
man.
everybody, you don't knock yourself down, Josh. Everybody writes everything.
Well,
This
for
is-
sure, yeah,
This
exactly.
is so funny when Youngblood he comes in and goes, "This is the way the song's gonna be," and then it's like, "Well, dude, just wait until your drummer starts jamming it and he does something you just love." Well, the song's just changed, man. The drummer just helped you write it, you know.
Right.
This is true. This is true.
The essence of jamming, which we never did. It took us 15 years to figure that out.
Yep.
What about you guys? What's going on
Yeah,
with the
I want to know
Outer
what's
Dimensions?
No, you don't.
what dimension are we in?
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Zone, man.
Twilight
Oh,
Zone.
jeez.
Yeah, let's go. What is going on with the outer dimension?
Well, shoot, it's like a concept album that we're working on. It's pretty much all done except for vocals.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's done everything though.
Hey, dude.
I still have to learn the drums that he played to it and everything. But
That's
all
cool.
right.
It's got a mixture of metal, like
it's got some groove to it.
yeah, I got some groove metal in the beginning, and then it gets crazy to
Gets a little faster.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, it's easy
Sweet.
when somebody already knows what they want, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
Sometimes.
There's a whole storyline to the album too that we're kinda
Aliens.
coming up
It's
Yeah.
aliens, man.
with. Yeah, I wrote the lyrics for the first song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool.
the struggle. I need to post more about it on our page. That's for sure.
You guys should. We need
Yeah,
more bands
let
to
us-
fuel the Kingman metal scene, man.
Let us know when you guys
It's
are
really
ready.
hopping.
We need more bands to play with around here.
Right.
Yeah, if we can get down at least like 3 songs, we'd be down to open
Yeah.
something.
Really.
Still, just trying to
It's
find
me. It's not him. It's me. I need to just learn the
You're
shit.
just all
Get to
in
work.
it. Hurry up, Mike!
Yeah. It's me.
Get to work.
Then I want
I
to
suck.
find a bass player.
More, dude. It doesn't matter how much work you do in drums. I'm gonna tell you, it's never enough right now. It's just from a guitar player's standpoint, it'll never be enough. I'll tell you that right now, dude. I'm telling you.
I used to yell a lot. Not anymore.
It makes you better, though, dude. It does. It makes you better.
Yeah, Eric was part of Gheara there for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned that.
He was there when I was yelling.
Yeah. He played guitar and bass, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
house.
see, I don't even remember how long ago that was.
Because then I moved in with you guys.
Yeah, that was
Whew.
Yeah.
8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. Remember we had
Yeah.
all that carpet up
Yeah.
on that freaking
Oh,
garage door? That was so
dude.
gnarly, dude.
Ooh.
You got the big "fuck you" banner over the
bass
bass
cab.
cab.
Yeah, I still have that flag.
I still had a bass cab.
That's a nice bass cab.
The rumble.
The roar.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
times, man. That was all a blur too, pretty much.
Yeah, I hardly remember anything. I just remember playing the show at Nick's house and
Did we play
playing in
Greenhouse
Needles.
Show? Oh, we did do
and
that.
then played
Needles
up in the
show.
wall pies for that one
That was-
body restoration.
That was pretty
Yeah, I
bizarre.
remember.
right?
They were like,
That was pretty bizarre.
Which one?
That was the T&R show. You remember that? It was for
I don't know if I went to that
I don't know if
one.
it was Rigo's birthday. It was somebody's birthday. It was almost like a quinceañera.
There's gonna be that.
Right.
And it was
It
yeah.
was weird,
There's
man.
gonna be that one dude listening to the podcast that was there that many years
I know.
ago.
He's
He's gonna be like, yeah, I shot, I was there. Dude, they ain't getting- we're all talking about these shows no one's knows
That
about,
was-
man.
that
But
was
yeah,
bizarre.
Eric was in the band, dude. And he
I-
helped out. He helped out for a while there, dude. You were in there. You were in there for at least a year, right?
At least.
Close
Yeah.
to. I remember trucking it down the needles, man. Oof.
Right.
That was that monster show.
Yeah, it was. I remember that one.
dude. Oh
That,
man, dude.
that was when we met Gage too. I think he was there.
Was he there with Hate
I
Shred?
think he was there. It might have been before Hate Shred, but I think it was pretty much Hate Shred or something, right? Remember? And then that was the only other band I remember. There was like 4 other bands there.
I know.
There was that dude that had the like pentagram tattooed on his forehead or
Right,
something.
right. That was brutal.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just not a metal show unless you have a dude with a pentagram
Yeah, right.
tattooed somewhere on him, dude.
I think we got paid in Monster as well.
Free monsters,
Free
baby.
Monsters, and I
So-
think somebody's mom made us Monster T-shirts with all the band names on.
We
Yeah,
still have
I
it,
think we
dude.
still have it.
It was called the Monsters of Rock.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys need to get Gage in here from OG and ask him about it. See if he remembers more.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well,
If you're
remember to ask
listening,
him
Gage,
about that.
let us know, man.
Yeah, right.
Gage is a singer from OG. If Oppressor God, if you don't know,
He's
If
the
you
long
don't know,
hair.
now you know.
now you know,
He's the
baby.
other long hair.
Long hair.
He'll melt
Fuck
your
yeah.
face off with
Yes.
his vocals.
Right.
Yeah, his vocals are insane.
Yeah,
Cooled
yeah,
off
it's
with
nuts.
this windmill.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Man, his hair's freaking gnarly, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, I want to ask each of you, what is like one of your guilty pleasures, like type of music? Like for me, I like to listen to funk a lot because
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that, dude.
there's
Nothing
nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with funk, man. You
Some
can get
Bootsy
down
in your
all the
life.
time.
You were Bootsy in your life.
I pretty much listen to everything except
Yeah.
country, man. I don't. It takes a lot for me to be like, skip this, dude.
Yeah.
You know. But I won't say I hate a band, or I won't say I dislike a band, or I won't like them. I just say I just never got into them. You
Right,
know.
right.
It's I don't know. But as far as like guilty pleasure, I could say, yeah, dude, I like me some rap, man. You know, I like Tech Nine and some Snoop Dogg and all that.
Hell
But
yeah.
I also like that weird, like club trance music. It's just kind of like whatever. But I'm a drummer, man, so it's like anything with the beat at all.
Right.
But I mean, country though, it's just I don't know what the twang, 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 twang. Oh man.
Yeah, I can't do country
Oh,
myself
dude.
either.
But
I'll listen
but
to
it's,
some.
it's crazy because it's like the like the number one genre of music in the world, dude.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I can never get it, and it may have been because listening to Metallica on the radio growing up, and then hearing a country song on the radio. It's one extreme to the other. You got your fast stuff, and it's brutal, and then you got your country stuff, and it's depressing. Drink a beer, get over it, son. But I don't know.
Oh man.
But as far as like in particular band as a guilty pleasure, a band I like to listen to, not, a lot of people don't like, that not a lot of people don't know, sorry, is a band called The Autumn Offering. And I don't think they're really a band, I don't think they're around anymore, but definitely a big influence with the drums and stuff. Those guys are cool, metal band.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Well, as for me, I mean, Josh says I'm the master at making him yell, "Skip this shit!" You know. I kind of agree with him on the country. So the western's all right. You know, you can't hurt some Willie Nelson. I mean, but my two guilty pleasures, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Is my first one's Depeche Mode. Obviously, everybody knows about
I
that.
already knew that,
Isn't that
yeah.
bizarro, right? I know. It's a vocal band. I started as a vocalist, so. And then my other one is Creed. Actually, I really get down on some old Creed. You know, isn't that weird?
Yeah, we used to
I
jam
know.
Creed all the time.
Yeah,
That kind of
yeah.
surprises me though.
Well, I think it's almost like a generational thing. You'll hear Creed come on. Are you gonna skip it?
Maybe,
No, probably
maybe.
not.
Probably not.
That'll be our
Yeah.
episode title.
Probably not.
Arms wide
And
open.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, and some of the older Creed, man. I don't know the dude's name, but that guitar player can really riff it out. You know?
Yeah.
Ask Danny about it if you get him in here. He agrees with me.
Yeah.
You know. Those
Yeah,
two.
we used to jam it.
Yeah.
And I just call Creed a guilty pleasure because most metalheads are just like, what?
Right.
They're
They're probably all screaming like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
And we all used to be elitists. Every one of us. We picked our one and we went with it. I was the Thrasher. Josh was in the Maiden. Elitist. Everything else sucks. You don't sing like our band,
Right.
But not anymore.
Kind of.
I'm over it.
Metallica's like kind of a guilty pleasure now. I mean, I know I've been giving a lot of shout outs to them, but that's just any metalhead. I think they're a huge influence. But I was definitely, once I kind of found things out, take it or leave it. I went more the Megadeth route too. I always liked Megadeth stuff more than Metallica, but Metallica, they have some good stuff. I'm not bagging on them, but
Well, it's still the riff master, James Hetfield.
yeah,
You just can't beat James Hetfield, number one.
All that
one of the top
down-picking.
rhythm guitar players in the world.
Right.
What about you guys? What got you guys into music and all that?
You can take this one.
I know
Yeah,
you've always liked drums, Mike.
Yeah, I've always had an interest in
We
drums.
should have started playing them earlier when we could have joined them when we were younger.
Yeah, I wish I would have started playing a lot earlier. I just started playing about a year ago, but about 2 years ago now.
I think you get a good grasp of how things go though when you see a certain amount of drummers and go to a lot of metal shows. But yeah, I'd say maybe
Right.
close to 2 years at least.
Yeah.
Sick get for 2 years, man.
You got a good deal on it, so
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That works.
I just need to play it more.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It'll work.
always, dude. It doesn't matter how much you play, you always gotta play it more, dude.
Yeah.
Like same here, dude. I don't play enough. Yeah, for sure.
Are you bleeding yet? Then you
Yeah.
haven't played enough.
Yeah. Your fingers. I want to see your fingers bleeding.
It's like those Phil Anselmo videos, huh?
Right.
Have you seen those?
The vocal lessons.
Uh,
Oh,
Just
dude.
made me think of that.
That's funny. You guys gotta check it out. It's hilarious.
what about you, Eric? What got you into music? What was
Well-
your first instrument?
My first instrument was a trumpet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I was
cool,
pretty
man.
good
That
at
shit
it,
was
too.
annoying there at first. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's all annoying when you first start. Dude,
Yeah, you know.
but
He got good at it. Hell
I
yeah.
was pretty good at it.
I never knew that. Dude.
And then it was like pretty
That's crazy.
relaxing, like once he got good at it.
Yeah, I played all the way up till 8th grade, and then I joined jazz band, and they're like, "Well, we got enough trumpets, we need a guitar player." So I'm like, "Cool, I'll play guitar."
There you
Learned.
go.
That's when I started like really focusing on guitar because I had that BC Rich.
Yeah, I remember
More
that bad
loud.
boy.
Jeez.
I remember you walking around with that bad boy.
Can you imagine seeing that in a little jazz band, dude? A BC Rich Warlock. Yeah, I still have that thing too.
Well, plus our dad played guitar,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I mean,
he was in a band called Golgotha.
yeah,
yeah,
shout out
that's
to
cool.
Golgotha.
Yeah.
Reunion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's actually a new band out there though called Golgotha, and I
Really?
guess they're like Christian rock or something. Yeah, I saw
That's
it.
cool.
The last time I was like in a CD section at Best Buy or something, I was like, dude, they have a section for Golgotha? And I looked at it and it had like a cross on it and stuff, but I'm not sure. But we're talking about Golgotha, Kingman, AZ, Perception.
Thrash metal.
Those dudes are brutal.
OG
Yeah.
Kingman.
I want to get a hold of what was
Hell
it,
yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Get the music for it and try to do a cover or something.
There you go.
That'd be
Todd.
sick. Todd, yeah. That was a big influence. He always had guitars around. He had an acoustic. I have both of them now, but he had a sweet old school '80s Charvel with freaking Floyd Rose. Bad, man. I think I always used to mess around with it like all the time. But
That's cool, man.
yeah, thrash is what got me into it a lot. A lot of Metallica and Megadeth. A lot of the Kill 'Em All.
Just
A lot of
because it
Kill
was
'Em All
played a
days.
lot, huh?
Yeah.
Right, our parents were always listening to that. Well, that and like they listened to a lot of hair metal too. So
Molly Crew, man.
Yeah.
That's probably
Crew.
Eric's guilty pleasure right there.
No, that
Motley
ain't
Crue.
nothing guilty about it.
Yeah, he's got a tattoo,
Everybody
yeah.
knows I like Motley Crue.
Right.
My guilty pleasure is like Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's good stuff right there.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
And I listen to country
That's
too.
OG, man.
That's where I draw the line, man.
But like old school, like Hank Williams Jr., like all the outlaw stuff.
Real-
Waylon,
dude, no,
Real
I can't even do
Cowboys.
that, man.
even
Yeah.
Well,
I
see,
could
Hank
listen to some
Williams
of
Jr.
that.
like was it like the third or something? There's
Hank
more.
3 gets
Hank
pretty.
3,
Dude,
he was
does
in,
some brutal shit.
he was
He
in-
does weird, brutal stuff.
he was in Superjoint.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
see, I
played
don't know
bass
that.
for them.
Yeah.
But I've heard it.
Yeah.
Is it the third, or is it?
Yeah,
I know there's like
he's
two
the third.
or three.
Hank 3.
And I know he does like
Yeah,
some
man.
metal rock stuff.
Well, dude, he's got a band
But-
called Ass Jack. Dude, they're freaking brutal.
Yeah, he
dude.
showed me all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal, dude.
Yeah,
Fast as fuck.
it's
Yeah.
like hardcore
But
punk.
the
type
original
stuff.
Hank,
Yeah.
you wouldn't guess he was related to original Hank Williams.
Oh no!
Oh,
not
he
the
looks
original.
like him,
Yeah.
and he can
But
sing
if you
like him
listen to
pretty
the
good.
music, you wouldn't guess, man.
Right.
Well, if you listen to the 3, you can like hear it change each
Yeah.
one,
Really?
But
right?
yeah, check out Ass Jack, dude. They're
Really?
freaking crazy, dude.
I don't think I've listened to any of the Hank Williams, honestly.
Hank Williams.
I have
they're
like
kinda
all
he's
the
like, kind of like
records.
Johnny Cash almost, right?
I don't like
Junior?
Hank Williams. I like Hank Jr.
Junior's-
stuff.
I'm talking about the original Hank Williams though.
He's like more like the twang. He's like the originator,
Of
country,
like
yeah.
the Godfather of country.
legitimately, and then he died.
Yeah.
He was like 25.
We all die.
Oh, he was only 25.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
crazy, dude.
So, okay, this is a metal podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll save the country for another podcast.
I kind of got
But I
off
mean,
there.
country does have roots in metal, though. I mean,
Right.
Right.
You got like that
whether
southern
you like
metal,
it or not,
dude.
you know.
Like
Oh,
freaking
fucking
when
down, dude.
Pantera did
Yeah, yeah.
Rebel Meets Rebel with David Allan Coe.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
For sure.
That was pretty sick.
You know, the southern rock thing, you know, it definitely has
Scooter.
made waves, you know.
No.
I got southern in-laws. I can't be talking about that kind of stuff.
Oh, I was just thinking more of
Get
like
smacked.
down. You
Down.
know? Yeah, they're from
You like
New
He's
Orleans.
Legends from
Black
the South,
Label.
man.
Society.
Yeah, Black
he's
Label.
Legends from the South, but that's like the Florida South, man.
Then
That's
you
not
got
southern rock.
Texas Hippie Coalition. Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
yeah, Texas hippie. Well, that's self-explanatory in the name right there.
Those dudes are crazy, man.
They're
I
cool.
I seen they had gone. I was like, oh, damn it, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, they're cool, man.
Yeah, I got a
Big
couple
Daddy
of-
Richie. He says some funny stuff.
He's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he is. He's like the kind of guy he could pull up a chair, and I'm sure he has some stories he could tell you for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But the band before that, Cobra and the Lotus, they were awesome too. First time I ever seen them. Kind of got into them before I went to see him. My buddy Dylan, who's also the one recording us, and Oppressor God.
And a drummer.
Yeah, and a drummer. He dragged me down to go see Cobra and the Lotus, and that was cool. Those guys are crazy. Check them out. Like, it's hard for some people to get into female singers and all that, but she was cool. I thought she did great. Good voice. You could tell she had the right influences like Dio and Halford and Dickinson, and it was cool. She put on a good show.
Oh, yeah.
So did the rest of the band.
Nice, man.
I just thought it was funny when you did those three names. Dio, Halford, and Dickinson. It's almost like verses from the Bible or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's
The
like
Bible,
everybody's
man.
in their mind. It's like they turn a page in a book in their head, you know, I know who that is. And
Well,
I know what they say.
If
You
it,
know,
were, if
right?
it were just me, I would say Dickinson, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
So-
Everybody gets their feelings hurt, you know.
You guys more of a Dio or Ozzy? I figured you guys are more Dio.
Oh, I
right?
love
I
them
am.
both. I love them both.
I am.
You know, and I've recently been really getting into Black Sabbath, actually, which is kind of shocking. A lot of people have been kind of
Sabbath.
slapping me across the head.
We're
I
going in
love
reverse.
Sabbath.
We're going in
But,
reverse. 20 years later, we're
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, and I'm like getting into CCR and all that, but
Oh, snap.
yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Jake on this one. Dio's voice just always rung better to me, even in on the album Heaven and Hell.
Right.
You know, but Ozzy, you know, he has a really unique voice too. He has some cool stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Blizzard of Oz
Oh,
is
dude,
the
you
album.
can't. I mean, and you could ask me, and you
Oz.
could ask, you know, almost any guitar player. I would say Randy Rhoads is one of the number one guitar players of all time.
I might be picking up
You
a
know?
Randy Rhoads Polka Dot V for $500.
I probably
Do
would too.
it.
With the harpoon
But, you know,
in the end. Ooh.
Well, and then the old school Black Sabbath, where it was like they were almost hippies.
Yeah,
I
that
dig.
shit's
I
cool.
dig on that. That's the Sabbath I'm into.
Almost like Doom.
They're all
Yeah.
tripping on
Yeah.
acid
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean, but anything with Dio, I mean, and I listen to Rainbow, I listen to Black Sabbath with Dio, I listen to Dio, but it's all Dio to me. That man, he deserves that. But that was all Dio. Black Sabbath changed when he was in the band. It did.
Yeah, it did.
And it was
Yeah, it
like,
did.
this isn't Sabbath, you know,
Nope.
this is Dio.
Right.
But he's playing with the crew, so it was cool.
My middle name's James because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
I like Ozzy.
My first name was almost
Well,
Ronnie.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
with like an Aussie man. Like
My name was almost
Ronnie?
Ronnie James.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Why
mean,
not?
it metal today wouldn't be the same thing without either of those guys. for
Right,
sure.
right,
For
right.
sure.
It,
Like-
some of the riffage Ozzy has, I mean, surely it beats some of the riffage Dio has. But I mean, you can say that it's a two-way street, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
They're their own thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I have
both
nothing
have-
wrong with Dio. It's just
yeah.
my Dad, he listened to Ozzy a lot.
A lot more
Yeah.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer Ozzy a little more, but I'm
he's
a
gonna
Dio
go
fan
see him
too.
for the first time too.
That's
In
gonna be
October.
Cool, dude. That's gonna be
That's
cool.
awesome.
The
Dude,
No
I can't
More
wait. I'll
Tours
be-
tour.
Yeah,
It's like my 4th time seeing him, man.
Oh, dude, that's
I'm
gonna
excited,
Wow,
dude.
that's
Zach
cool.
Wild's gonna be there too.
Yes, Zach's back.
yeah.
Be cool. I
'Cause
think
I've
it-
seen him with
Who else is
Zach
gonna be
Wild,
there? You said
Stone
somebody.
Sour.
Oh yeah.
Those dudes are opening up for him.
No, you're not a fan of Corey Taylor?
I didn't say
Not
nothing,
really.
dude. I didn't say nothing.
You didn't
Not
hear nothing.
really.
You didn't hear nothing,
you know,
man. I ain't gonna
I'll
say
do
nothing,
it. I'll
man.
do it. You know, they were just Slipknot and all that. That was the whole hype. That's just a whole big hype thing. Those dudes, well, let's play like Korn, just like every other new metal band, and then they put masks on and had 13 dudes, and so they got
Yeah,
famous.
that was
That's
like
cool.
high
That's-
school music.
Well, they were able.
I mean,
to,
junior high
Yeah.
music.
They-
and then you're
they-
like,
they were successful with what they did. You know,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
they did the new metal thing, and then they did their own thing to that.
Right.
They added the costumes but
See, I wasn't a fan for a long time, man.
oh, dude, I was into him a lot in junior high.
He was always into
lot.
that, and I wasn't a fan for a long time. And then, like a year or two ago, for some reason, just some of their songs, I'm like,
We went
damn.
to see him too.
Yeah, I think it was after that, dude.
Yeah.
After I saw him, I was like, they're not bad.
and see when you interview our
It's
bass
their
player
thing, yeah.
Joey,
Yeah.
he'll tell you that's Slipknot's the band. I'm sure he told me anyways. Slipknot was the band that got him into metal. So you really can't diss on him too much.
Right, right.
Well, see, and I'd already listened to. I mean, I was listening to Disturbed, and when Slipknot came out, you know, it was Disturbed, Mudvayne, and Taproot, and all those faster
And see,
new
Yeah.
metal guys, you know. And then
Mudvayne.
Slipknot came out, and I'm just like, dude, what's this knockoff, you know, to me? But
after a while, you just
Yeah.
gotta knock down all those walls of like. It's not like you hate any of those
Yeah.
bands because you gotta gain an appreciation and a respect because some of those bands that you, whether or not you like them or not, those bands get people into the music
Exactly.
and
Exactly. They sell
it'll-
albums.
it'll-
they sell tickets.
it'll
yeah.
get them into the other bands in that music. You know,
Right, right.
True. Yeah.
It's like the same thing with
It's like a gateway drug.
yeah,
four-finger Disney glove. I mean,
At least we can all agree
I mean,
on that.
five-finger.
man.
Yeah, I agree
I
with that.
had
Yeah.
five-finger death punch. You know,
that's the ultimate
It's,
knockoff, right on top.
That's
right
that
there.
douche metal right
but I
there.
mean, no matter what you think about them, they're out there
Making
playing
money.
the metal. As long as someone's
And it
playing
gets
the
people
metal,
into
dude.
the
Because
music.
they'll listen to
Yeah.
that and then they'll find like something better.
and that's
You can only go
Or maybe
up
then
from
they'll
there.
listen to like Sabbath after that or something. you
Yeah,
know.
or-
And
or
being a-
Megadeth. Or,
Judas Priest. Or,
and being in a local metal scene, you realize that quick. And being in a band in a local metal scene, I think it took us a lot of years to kind of realize it. But you got to knock down those boundaries. And it's just it's not about who's better than who or whatever. It's just have fun. You know, if you have fun, freaking, the better time you're gonna have, and then,
Right,
and
man.
then the better time everybody else is gonna have. Even if those people don't like you or whatever, it's just make the best of what you're gonna. You know, even if you don't or aren't into the genre of music they're playing, just support it because live music
For sure.
a big deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely these people, and we're pretty lucky to have such a cool live scene. I mean, we used to all be haters back in the day, and then we kind of got a little older and got over that, and now we're all jamming together. It's great. I mean, the Kingman shows, people in Phoenix and Vegas and Cali, they're all talking about the Kingman shows.
Right.
Because everybody, these peoples, we all show up, we all love it, and we love to express, man.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
we have a Viking metal band playing. We have, what did they call it, like Fart Prog Ultimate? I mean, ask Corey to describe what the hell they call it, but they kick ass. OG is just, like I said, pure aggression. More fights, and not between our scene. It's always the outsiders. OG starts the fights. It's just crazy, man.
Right.
And we've never seen that, but I've never seen that at Slayer shows. I mean, we saw 5-6 fights at one show, and it's just like, whoa,
It
which
gets
is cool.
insane.
That's not a bad thing, if you're wondering. That's pretty cool. Nobody really gets hurt. It's just
it's all in
it's
good
like a
fun.
biker brawl almost
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, and then we got braced. I'm black metal almost. I mean, it's just like everybody's got this feeling, and it's really cool. It's kind of cool to see the bullhead bands. They kind of have like a different sound to the Kingman bands.
For sure. But
I
it's
think
good
it just
to
goes
get
from town to town.
Yeah.
It's not even from state to state anymore. It's just
No.
from town to town.
Right.
You get these guys from town to town that are good in certain genres of metal, and it's like, let's get them on stage.
Well, even if they're not good, and that's what's so cool is we're all interested in seeing our people from around here. We're interested in seeing their expressions. If they're good, they're bad. If you don't like it, if you don't dig it, whatever. They're up there, they're doing their thing, and it's really cool to see people evolve. I mean, like our singer Patrick, from his first show to our latest show.
Oh, and we've evolved.
He's gotten so
Gheara, the band. I mean,
for sure.
The name came out 10, 12 years ago, whatever. But ask anybody, like the songs back then, if anybody even remembers them. I sure as hell don't. But I mean, we've evolved for sure. And
just in the
that's
last
just
2
part
years. I mean, you guys have
Right.
And that's just part of music.
Right,
It's
right.
just it's not music unless you are evolving, in my opinion.
It's been a pretty cool ride. And at first I was pretty bitter about being the Gheara music band camp. I train all these musicians, and then they go and start their own stuff. But now it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And at first I was pretty bitter, and I'm like, man, they might be better than me. This is bullshit, because I spent so many years with these guys. But no, we all kind of dropped that, and now we're all pretty cool. It's a really cool scene now, dude. It's something to be proud of. And you guys should be proud too, because your dad started it. He inspired us to keep going. And then the Mighty Whiteys,
Early
all those
90s.
guys.
Yeah. Jake McLean, dude.
Jake McLean kept it rolling, and all these guys would show up. And then if they wanted, we were 15, 16, it's like, sneak us into the bar to watch your show. They'd be like, all right, and nobody cared. But we weren't drinking or nothing. We wanted to watch the metal, man.
Yeah.
Remember that Tequila Bob's back in the day?
Yeah.
Brutal. Playing at the City Cafe on the corner in Kingman, Arizona, watching these metal dudes. It's like, what? I didn't know this was here. Oh, but it's been really cool. And then now you guys are the next step. Hurry up.
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, this is the next step. They're doing it, man. This podcast it's going to help. And if you guys are listening, and if you're from Cayman, Golden Valley, Bullhead, Havasu,
Vegas. We're shooting out to Vegas,
anywhere
Flagstaff.
off, let us know.
Phoenix.
We'll try to get shows there. If not, like all the bands we've said tonight, Outer Dimension, the Boblet Brothers we've been with and they're hosting. They're also the creators of the podcast. But all the bands we gave a shout out to, hit any of them up. We'll try to get shows wherever you guys are at. Like Oppressor God, Souls
everybody's on
Condemned.
Facebook.
Even I'm sure Collaborated Chaos, if they're out of Bullhead, if you guys are in Bullhead and want to be a part of the music scene, or just want to be, if you guys are listening to this and just want to be a fan and come listen to awesome music, just
do it. We come to your damn town to watch your damn concerts. Everybody's talking about the Kingman shows. Come down here. This would be like the new Hollywood, man. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody wants to come to Kingman. I mean,
This is
bands
the metal
are
spot
coming.
right here.
It
Yeah.
is.
That's why we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it with Freddie, with Emmerich who owns the Curiosity Shop.
Oh yeah.
We're doing like a music festival here.
Yeah, we want to get together a big festival. Have like the more mellow, like country,
And then
softer
not?
rock
Metal
stuff
at
during the
night,
day,
yeah.
and then the
Why
metal
not?
at night. Make a big festival out of it. Food vendors, all kinds of
why not? That's a
whatever
great
vendors,
idea.
whoever wants to be a part of it, really.
it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
So yeah, we've been talking about it. We just gotta put stuff out on
Make it
down on
happen.
paper, make it happen.
And-
Because we got a lot of sponsors. Them, the Curiosity Shop, Federico's, Mike's.
Maybe we
So
could shoot for the
King,
end of summer, man.
Yeah.
It can happen easy.
Those places are awesome too. Curiosity Shop has some cool stuff. Go check it out. Fred
Oh,
Rico's
yeah.
awesome Mexican food.
For sure. We got some
Got
Freddy's
some
over here.
pre-show,
Yeah.
Should've told us.
But no, like keep this podcast up, guys. Get the word out there, and as long as you guys keep it up, listeners they'll listen. They'll you'll get more people into the shows and events around in the area. So it's cool that you guys are doing this. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the guys in all the other bands appreciate it. Keep it up, dude.
Yeah, I've hit them all up, and they're all down to do interviews. So I'm.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if anybody has questions you want us to ask anyone,
Here's my
just
dog walking through.
post it or message us on Facebook at the last door on the left, and
I'm sure this won't be the last podcast with us.
No, I'm sure we'll
But-
just be hanging out.
Yeah, I mean,
heck yeah, dude, I'd like to have you guys
Yeah.
on as regular. If
If
you
you
guys
guys,
let us
if
know
you
what's
guys
going
have
on.
any
Maybe.
questions, just hit any of us up, and then
yeah.
we'll throw it out on the next show you guys do with us or whatever.
Plus the shows, like tomorrow, I'm going to be walking around. I'll be recording here and there.
There you
So
go.
I mean, just bullshitting, drinking, having a good time.
That's
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna capture the real
Just,
shit.
Yeah.
Just let us know,
Down
like
in
whenever,
Dewey Cul-
whenever you do have a podcast going or something, and if like any of the other guys want either one of us to come in and just bullshit too, man, we're always down to chill and talk
Heck
about
yeah,
stuff.
dude, it's a lot
Yeah.
easier when there's other people, because then it's just us. That first one, we were just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps the flow
how's it
going.
going, you know?
I know, right when
Naturally,
we press play.
And
yeah.
see, that's what's cool about having the different metal bands, because you get all these different metal bands, and you can start talking about the different genres of metal, and show each other these different metal bands that nobody
Talking
ever.
shit again, watch.
Nobody. Hey, man. It's all about breaking down those boundaries, like I said. It's all just about playing the metal, man. Like it sounds really tenacious, D, I know, but it's just about keeping the metal alive and just.
Fuck yeah.
It doesn't matter whether or not you like the band, like Slipknot, Five Finger Death Punch. I mean, Stone Sour. It's just as long as they're supporting playing the metal, dude. It keeps us rolling.
Hell
So,
yeah.
All right, so I got one last question for
Oh.
you guys. Well, two last questions.
Oh.
Well, the first one is
I might have to start charging.
that's
shit.
all right. That's all
Not
right.
even
We'll
doing
take
all
care of
these
that
name drops
afterwards,
for
man.
free.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Um,
Because I love them.
Okay, so the first one is, what's one band you haven't seen that you want to see?
That I want to see, that I'll never be able to see, or that they're still around. and
Still
I'll-
alive?
Either or.
Okay, one band that I will always want to see till the day I die is Strapping on Lab.
Hell yeah.
No argument. Like,
No.
that was like, and definitely one of my, I would say, top 3 bands of all time. Strapping, Young, Lad, and that drummer, possibly my favorite drummer, Gene Hoglan, huge influence. He's been my favorite drummer ever since I heard him. So, but yeah, it probably won't be until I get into heaven or something until that happens. But yeah, if I could ever see any band ever, it would be Strapping and Lad.
What about bands that are still around?
Bands that are still around that I haven't seen yet. Well, I'm going to go see Alice in Chains, so
Ooh.
in September.
Oh,
I haven't seen
damn.
them yet, but I'm gonna go
Nice,
see
dude.
them in September. So I'm gonna.
It's just
I'm,
like halfway though. That's not a real band that's still around. I
You
mean,
gotta-
it is, but,
you gotta take what
I
you
know,
can
that's
get,
messed
man.
up, but-
Jerry Cantrell, man, you know.
but yeah,
But,
not Lane Stanley, man. It's just like, sorry, tear, my bad.
I'm pretty on it with bands and shows. It seems like, especially recently. Yeah, as far as wanting to see, I mean. I mean, there's bands that I've seen already that I want to see again.
Right.
I just can't think of. I guess I mean I would have to go back to like some old school hair metal. Like I would want to see. But I don't know if they're still around. But I would want to see like Rat.
Yeah,
you know?
Rat's still doing stuff, man.
And see, I just recently been getting into them, and those dudes are cool, and I think they're heavy, dude. Regardless
Yeah.
what the song material's about.
If you get past Round and Round, dude,
yeah,
it's just boom. There's so much.
Yeah. I haven't heard a song I haven't liked. You
Right.
know? And I can't say that for all the bands that were in that era. But
Right.
Neither.
it would be cool to see them, but yet again, it's like I'm not really that big of a fan.
Right.
You know, I do know like a handful of songs, but
Because I think they jammed in Laughlin at the River Run a few years back.
that's cool.
That's where we saw Skinner.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to go see Ted Nugent, man, but I was too young.
I
wasn't
said
21.
I would love to go. I would love to go see Ted Nugent. That'd be another good one.
Hell yeah.
Right.
You know, I saw the Sticks there in Laughlin though. That was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna trump Josh, and he's gonna go, "Oh yeah." I mean, if I had to go for a band that wasn't around anymore, that you could go back and see them in their heyday, it would definitely be Led Zeppelin. You know, without.
Oh
a
yeah,
doubt.
that'd be cool.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Just see Robert Plant, total fucking. I mean, he created
John
the
Bonham.
man. You know, and then John Bonham, and I mean, it would just be awesome. But that, you know, back in their heyday, I wouldn't mind seeing them if they did the reunion stuff or whatever. But back in their heyday, just to see one of those
Right.
shows,
Right.
For sure.
that would be
Yeah, dude.
badass. But then, as far as get those assholes back together for a reunion would be SYL, you know. But then a band that's still around, I mean, I've been wanting to go see Ozzy actually, because I still haven't seen him.
I thought
Yeah,
actually,
in October.
I just thought of a new band that's still around that I haven't seen that I want to see, and I think you'd be inclined to agree with me. I think all you'd be inclined to agree with me, but it'd be Rammstein.
Yeah.
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 And then
Yeah.
the other one I was gonna say was Gore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Guar would be
I haven't
cool.
seen Guar.
You know, and we should have seen him. And it's, you know, it's been I was gonna say it's been a pretty epic time for metal because we've lost a lot lately. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Dio. I didn't get to see Dio.
Yeah,
I got to see
right,
Lemmy.
neither.
Got to see Lemmy
Yeah, we got to
twice.
see Lemmy. Thank
I
you.
never saw Lemmy.
You know,
We saw him open for
talk
Megadeth.
about a god, man. Whoa, that dude. But you know, it's been pretty brutal for us. And then we lost Dave Brokey, right, from Gore, and they've been just rolling on. It's just. Some people don't like it, but I think that's fucking awesome. I think
Yeah,
Gore just
dude.
needs to keep
Yeah, they gotta
dominating
keep
the
going.
universe
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're doing. You know, that's
Those dudes
great.
are badass.
And we were able to see Slayer with Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
That was cool.
Because they were
We saw him with Nick
playing.
Lombardo, or not Lombardo.
Dave.
Dave
Yeah.
Lombardo.
Ron Lombardo.
Lombardo.
We love you, Nick.
Because they.
Nick Doyle's.
But
It was-
yeah, with Dave Lombardo.
Megadeth, Testament, and Slayer when I went with you guys.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
James.
That was cool. and we talked about dunking our dicks in the toilet. Sorry, I don't know if that's appropriate for a podcast, but that shit.
I'll
made
edit
me-
that out in post. You know?
That shit made me. That shit made me tear up, man.
Dude, that was
funny.
too funny, man.
That was cool though. That was a cool show. That was in. Did Megadeth play? That was in Rust in Peace.
Yeah,
like
they
you
played
said,
the whole-
They played the whole Rust in Peace
Dude, that was
album.
sick.
That was.
That was
Yeah.
so
They
sick,
opened
dude.
up with Holy Wars, but then
First half.
The first half, and then the
Right.
very last part of the show that they ended it with the last half of Holy Wars,
Dude,
and I thought that was cool.
So sick.
For sure.
I'll never forget. That was good. I remember when you guys told me, "Oh, we got an extra ticket," and I was working, and I was working with my dad. I was all, "I'm taking tomorrow off." And he's all, "Why?" I'm like, "I'm gonna see Megadeth." Okay. It's hard to disagree with that.
We're a bad influence that way. Scalpel
Yeah,
got expelled
yeah.
from high school. I snuck him out of the trunk of my Mercedes 450 SEL so we could go see Dragon Force.
Oh.
And
That was
and
a cool
got
show,
expelled,
actually.
yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
That was,
damn.
well, actually, I thought it was a cool show.
It was cool.
He is Legend, Chimera, which
Oh,
give
yeah.
or take, but
Yeah.
and then Dragon Force, those dudes were insane.
I've seen those dudes at Ozfest, man.
It's a good
They're
time.
cool, man.
Any power metal's a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the band that I want to see that's still around that I haven't seen the most. I haven't seen Slayer, which is up there.
What?
Yeah.
But
You better hurry up, dude.
I'd have to say Primus.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, dude. They're going on tour with Mastodon.
We've
too.
already said that's another one. Mastodon. I really want to see them. But
Yeah.
I think Primus is the top for me.
because we've seen Clutch, and Clutch was sick.
We've seen Clutch.
Yeah, Clutch
They
was
opened
sick.
for Motorhead.
If I need to go see Slayer.
Well, you're going to see him, aren't you?
No,
No.
no, that's
Oh, that's-
remember
that's
it's
Log
Lamb of
and-
God and Napalm Death though. I'm excited about that show.
Those dudes are cool.
See
man.
Napalm Death.
Dang, never mind.
And that'll be like my
Cut
fifth
that
time
out.
seeing Lamb of God.
Well, I was gonna say you better hurry up and go see Slayer, dude. They're doing the
They're
last
done.
tour,
I think
man.
it's too late. I think all
No,
the
is
tickets
it?
are sold.
Yeah, I looked at it, but they were like over $100 a piece, and I was like,
well, because they
fuck.
did their first last tour, and they totally sold out. So they did another one.
Yeah, they
and
extended
then
it.
they totally sold out
Right.
again, like that quick. Yeah,
Buy
Slayer's
yourself
an
a security
experience.
shirt and just break in.
I think
dude.
I heard Tom Araya going to do some solo shit though. So
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I'm sure
Yeah,
both him and Kerry
sure.
are gonna.
Right.
Who's gonna stop Kerry King? You know.
Right.
Right.
But man,
see him in pieces, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like what I've done with Pantera. I haven't seen Vinnie Paul yet, but I've seen Rex Brown and Devil Kill Hill.
we seen
Or Kill
Hell
Devil
Yeah.
Hill. I met Rex Brown.
We met
We
Phil.
met Phil.
I did. I seen Hell Yeah. I seen Hell Yeah open up for Lamb of God.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's pretty cool.
I,
I'd
that,
take
was
some
even,
of
that was even
their
before I
songs.
even really knew who Vinnie Paul really was, which is kind of. There's probably people on the podcast right now being like, "How can you be a drummer and not?"
Bro, I'm
know
shutting
Vinnie
this off.
I know. Well, especially Josh, and that's
Yeah.
Josh is compared the most to
But,
Vinnie Paul, which is
Yeah,
funny.
I've seen Hell Yeah open up for Lamb of God, and it was funny because this is the only time it ever happened to me at all the concerts I've been to. He threw a drumstick out in the crowd and it landed right at my feet, and I was like, "Oh, might as well pick it up." The chick like dove for this stick, dude, and bam, she grabbed even before I could pick it up, and she's like, "Please let me have this stick." And I'm like, "Okay, you probably appreciate it more than I
Right.
would.
Yeah.
You probably do. You probably do more with it than I would too. Go ahead."
Ah, same.
Oh.
Gross. Jeez.
No, but they're cool. They're cool. And any chance I get to see Lamb of God, they're cool. I mean, we're pretty on it.
That's
with
always a good
concerts
show.
around here, dude.
Yeah, we're pretty on it.
You know.
What's your guys' next concert that you're going to?
Well, I said Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
trying
going-
to
oh, yeah.
suck
Yeah,
him
we're
into
going to
going with
see it.
me.
You know, the West Side I could, so I want to go. I want to see Jerry Cantrell and the drummer. I don't know his name, but it's the OG drummer.
I think it's the bass player too.
The bass player's dead, dude.
Oh, I don't know.
The singer and the bass player, they both died of overdosing, which is pretty brutal. It's a pretty fucking sad story. But I'm glad Jerry Cantrell's still doing it. You know,
Yep.
glad to see him. I know that he was probably the driving force behind that band. Just brutal. Those dudes. I mean, whenever I think of that era, people are like, grunge era, you know, Nirvana, and I'm like, Nirvana. I mean, it's still a brutal story. Don't get me wrong, but you can go listen to some Alice in Chains, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alice in Chains
right.
is always good to listen to.
Yeah.
Even Pearl Jam. I'm like, Alice in Chains.
I'll talk to people.
Yeah.
I'll talk to people who'll be like, "I do not like grunge at all. I just that whole era," and I'll be like, "Alice in Chains? Oh yeah, Alice in Chains is cool."
Oh yeah.
Alice in Chains is cool. They started out as like blues hair metal.
Queensryche is another band I would love to go see. They're still kind of around, depending on who you talk to. But
Yeah. The band I want to go see is Injustice.
They're coming up.
Ingested?
Injustice, yeah, that would be sick.
In Vegas.
I know.
Who is it?
Ingested.
Ingested?
Ingested.
Ingested.
Slammy,
Got
slam,
it.
slam, dude.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
I want to see those dudes so bad.
Predator
I
folks.
think they're coming out. They're playing at Club Red too.
That's cool.
We missed our chance to go see Body Count.
Yeah.
I wanted to go see him too, man.
He was playing with Josta too, so that'd be cool.
just too scared. I almost went and saw Tech 9, but I would have gone by myself.
I know. We
Oh,
thought about
I would've went with
We
you.
should have all went.
I would've went with you.
If you
I
guys
would've
would
went,
have
man.
came, we
Tech
probably
Nine,
would
Chris
have gone.
Calico.
But see, that would have been
Yeah.
even more weird. Just like a group of like us, the
Poor
guys,
guys.
White metal
we
dudes.
would have stuck out, dude. Like,
Oh
we-
yeah, for sure.
People would have been
In
on
Vegas,
us,
Wearing our shit.
But
We would have
Well, I
been better
was
off
in
going to
Phoenix, dude.
Phoenix
I
than
was in
Vegas,
Phoenix.
I think.
I don't know, man. Well, they're both. I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
yeah.
He's got a.
He's got a strange
Dude,
following.
he has a freaking
Well,
metal band. You know that?
yeah.
Right.
He's openly disclaimed
He's a freaking
he loves
gangster,
metal,
dude.
dude. He's kind of like
He's OG,
Ice-T,
yeah.
you know.
Dude, Ice-T.
I'm
Way
worried
better
about the other
shit.
gangsters there, though.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know. I didn't.
All them
Accidentally
blood
look at
gangsters.
somebody wrong or something.
Yeah, you just
You
never
know?
know. I wouldn't want to be by
I don't
myself.
know.
Oh. I was
Right, right.
halfway tempted to go by myself, and then I was thinking, I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good.
We've had a few close calls. I mean,
Yeah.
and in Vegas too.
Remember, we were there
Yeah.
off Fremont,
Fremont, dude. We were a
and
block
a
away.
cop rolled up and was
Oh,
like,
dude.
"Hey, what are you guys doing just standing out here?" Like,
You guys better get out of here.
yeah.
We
He
waited for a
waited.
cab.
He waited there until our cab got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was bad, dude. We saw that one.
Oh no, he didn't wait there. Huh?
That
No.
one gangster
We're like,
would be
well, wait
able to
around.
drive
He's
by
all,
us,
no,
like,
and
3
he
times,
left.
dude.
Yeah.
That wasn't for a show though. That was for somebody's.
We were just
birthday.
partying.
Yeah, we were just partying.
But
We were just Mike and I were gambling.
another band
Crazy
I'd love
white
to go
guys.
We
see.
started getting drunk at like 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
afternoon and shit.
Dude, we were drunk when we woke up. Me and Uncle James that fucking weekend.
Good Lord.
Oh, I'm going to that Lamb of God show with him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
In
no,
Spokane?
Yeah.
That's
Good.
cool, dude. Yeah, I saw him tag you in that, and he's all talking crap. But another band I'd love to go see that's around for the moment is System of a Down.
Yes.
Dude, they're sick. I
Yeah.
seen
Yeah, we
them
saw
at their
them.
last
Yeah.
Ozfest before
Yeah.
they.
Ozfest
So
07.
you saw SYL then? That Ozfest, because that was like the last SYL.
What, it was at
System of
yeah,
a Down.
2007?
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
saw SYL. You
I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
say
between
anything.
the very-
You know.
And then I saw him again. Warp Tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And
That too?
everybody I talked to, like, yeah, SYL. I don't know. It's a bunch of Canadians up there. I didn't really.
They were
wanna watch.
sick.
Yeah. See,
Sick.
Eric's never been judgmental with music. He's ready to watch and jam with anybody, man.
It's just better that way, dude.
Yes.
You just have a better time that
Yes.
way.
Right.
That's like.
Be open.
What was the last concert? Last concert we went to was King, right?
King.
At,
Yeah.
at the
dive bar.
in Vegas. Dude. I
Yeah.
saw these
Off
dudes too.
Maryland
The
Parkway.
Hazy Tones.
That's cool, dude.
Small ass fucking bar.
Bunch of local bands opened up for these two. These dudes are from Montreal and they drove all the way to Vegas.
Yeah, the
Ghetto
Hazy
little
Tones,
band,
dude.
Yeah,
Those
that's
dudes
cool.
were
Smaller
badass.
band than your guys.
That's cool, dude.
Wow.
All the way from fucking Canada, dude.
What? I was like, these guys are crazy, man.
That's
Dude,
cool.
you guys talking about Vegas just remind me. When I was talking to Cobra from Cobra and Lois, that's actually her name, by the way, Cobra.
Oh,
She was.
really?
They were talking about.
Ooh.
They were talking about how they were playing. They used to play shows in Vegas. The last time they played in Vegas, it was something went wrong, whatever. But I was like, well, where did you guys play? Guess. The Adrenaline Sports Bar,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Right? That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's where you guys
That's where
played
we
up there,
played,
right?
dude. Yeah, that's where he seen the Devin Townsend project
That's
too.
the Cheyenne
you know?
Saloon, then.
Yeah,
That place.
but I was like, that's crazy, dude.
we played dark. Yeah, I
we
played that
played
stage.
there. Yeah.
Sound guy's pretty cool. Good job.
I think they actually closed down now, dude.
Did they?
That was so
Yeah,
bizarre,
that's what I
dude.
heard.
There was like nobody there. Like they didn't market that show at all.
No, yeah, the promotion, yeah, they
It's a
were
weird
lacking
place.
on that.
It's a weird place. It's cool, but it's weird.
It was like more Kingman guys than Vegas people there. I think.
Yeah, I think we had you there, Mike.
I know. We're the
Yeah,
only.
I was there.
You were the only
Yeah.
one of the only paying fans, dude.
Right.
We're the only ones that brought people. It was you,
Yeah, I
my
was there.
mother-in-law, and my wife, and
Yeah.
they were the only paying people.
Well, there were the regulars there too, but they were. I
Yeah.
think they were just kind of hoping we would hurry up and. But
We get that a lot.
That was still a fun
But
show,
it
man.
was
That was
still-
good music.
Exactly, it was still fun to play with all those bands. We met a lot of great bands. Ashes of the Dead,
No. Absolute threshold.
Absolute Threshold.
And they're coming to Kingman, aren't they? Ashes of the Dead.
They've
They've been trying to
Yeah,
for a
they've been
while. I
trying
think.
to.
Yeah.
They have a lot of inner turmoil. I
Those
think.
dudes are cool though. We played with them in Bullhead too,
Yes.
and we've played with both those guys in Bullhead.
That's right, Lazy Harry.
But
Absolute
I think
Threshold
they're
and
like
Ashes of
half
the
of
Dead.
it's a whole new lineup or something. A lot of those guys were just stepping up and doing it,
Oh,
which is cool. We do
man.
that too.
Yeah.
But you know, it was a good time.
Yeah, it's cool getting out there and playing all these the metal shows with all the bands. You get to meet them and stuff.
All right, bedtime.
I guess we better wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
We're past an hour, which is cool.
Yeah.
A lot longer
for
than
sure.
our first one, that's for sure.
Are you still listening?
Yeah.
Hello, hello. No.
Yeah, right.
Call our hotline number if you're still listening.
We gotta go jam.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys jamming there?
Yeah.
Yep.
New kid, man. Shh. You wanna come see?
You're not supposed to tell no one yet.
Well,
I'm down to cruise over.
I only live like a few streets away.
All right, we're out.
All right, well we're gonna wrap it up. So like them all on Facebook, follow our podcast. You can check it out on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. Last door on the left.
Instagram. Not yet.
I'm trying
Not
to
Instagram
working
yet.
on to Google Play
Should do
Music,
an Instagram.
uploading it there. Maybe iTunes also.
I'll be getting some video at that show tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll be putting that up on our YouTube page,
Talking with some
Facebook page.
dudes.
Maybe even go live on our Facebook page while I'm out there.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
song or two, man.
Yeah.
Should.
Why not?
So, thank you guys.
No,
for
No,
coming
thank
out.
you guys. Keep it up, man.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yep.
You guys
High
better
five.
be back. Yeah.